And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL Pro League. It is time to jump into our second map and our final map of the day here. It's going to be going over to Nuke now as Rogue and Splyce continue to battle it out. Train was a little bit messy, but now we have to hope Nuke is going to be cleaner. I'm here with James IRL once again. James, is it going to be cleaner or is it just going to turn into a bit more of a mess this time?
I think we're going to see 30 rounds straight of lobby crunches with, like, I'm not even going to go for rifles. I just want my CZ, my auto shotty. You know, screw the outside wall of smokes. Let's just get down the vents and get down and dirty. Now, I mean, this is a map that's like an IGL's paradise because there's so much you can take advantage of. So many things you can do. They're clever, right? Like you could manipulate the sound with breaking windows, throwing a smoke wall, execute, denying information, maybe even snacksing down the vent, right? With the blow up the squeaky door, smoke out, flash. If you just do that like 6 rounds in a row and then only ever so often you actually get down the vent, right? It's a huge mind game. And then you could have people on the outside rafters and mask the sound of them dropping onto it. So like there's a lot of things you can do on this map, and I've seen a lot of cool games. I think it was funny last season ESL, Cloud9 was playing against, I forget who they were playing against, but it was a really close match, and I think there was only like 5 real gun rounds in the match because they kept echoing. Oh, it's complexity.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that one? So
yeah.
I'm hoping we don't see something like that. I mean, it can get into that kind of bloodbath because those guns are viable to a certain extent, depending on how the Ts play. But this is a cool map. It's actually fun to play Nuke because people haven't really figured it out 100% yet.
Well, time for a prediction. Let's hear it really quickly. Who do you think is going to be taking this map?
You know what? It's so hard to tell. I'm gonna have to go with Rogue. Actually,
Rogue. Okay.
I feel like they have CT-sided players that can really hold their angles. Like I think Whitmer's gonna go off with his op. I'm wondering if they're gonna put him outside because you know, like it's really hard to play outside with an op. Like people. Right, like once you get found out where you are, it's really easy to get closed in on, and then you only get 1 kill. So I'm just wondering how they're going to move the op around, right? If we're going to see him at ramp, or if he's going to go secret some rounds. So I actually am going to go with Rogue here.
All right. Well, with that said, it is time to send it over to our casters, Launders and DeBears. Take it away.
See, I influenced him.
You influenced him.
I influenced him.
Nice.
I inceptioned him.
You inceptioned him?
I did, because I'm looking right at him. Oh, maybe. Maybe. But what do you think?
What about predictions?
What do you think about predictions?
In terms of predictions, I think Splyce still have this. I think they are trying Train out, and I'm not sure how far they've gotten or how confident they are, but I feel like they're probably practiced for this map. And I don't know what to say. I feel like them almost losing that game was more their fault than it was good stuff by Rogue, if there's a better way to put that.
See right here, Splyce. They're taking it slow. I feel like this map's going to be a lot of, as James would put it, snacksing down vents and smoke executes outside.
Yeah, well, that's still really strong, right? Like throwing that smoke out because of the timing, you throwing that smoke out, it's very hard to stop unless you have someone top hut or you get the appropriate spam, but that stack smoke, I don't know. And I don't think anything's changed about the map that's made it any easier for the CTs to deal with, apart from good counter nades and spams. Yeah,
is that person numbers... Is Vice in the outside old stairs? Oh, no, that's ramp. See, I'm looking at on the overview of the map, completely throwing me off.
Yeah, this is one difficult thing about Nuke for sure.
The Observer Nightmare.
Observer Nightmare. And Vice, after spotting, will fall back, standard practice. Unfortunately, has to give up ramp in this position, but it's still on Splyce to make a move from here. Good nade from Uber. Will it do some damage? Nope, misses everybody. But also gives him some information, and the Heaven Crush instantly catches him off guard. Outside has been forfeited, and Hiko has now hightailed it into Squeaky. Shinobi gets crushed, and Hiko wanders his way back out to make up for some of this, but Vice, really nice headshot on one player top hut. Looking for that left side peek from Mitch, has the opportunity. Door closes, and so does the round.
That's a nice pinch by Splyce, the guy in the upper rafters.
Yeah, that freaked me out. I was
just
like, when did they get outside?
When did they get there? Because we do have some people from Rogue that were in the outside. I guess they just didn't spot him on catwalk or rotated too early. So I was thinking maybe they should have had a guy on outside stairs.
Yeah, it's become a nightmare, especially for operas outside, just because they can get smoked out like you would normally. But then also there's terrorists that can run around the railing that circles the entire inner bomb site. So that makes it 2 angles to watch from completely different spots. And that is a very, very difficult obstacle on this map. But it allows for the map to be less T-sided than it was at the very least, or less CT-sided than it was at the very least. Vice, another nice headshot. That one dig coming into full effect. Right through that hole in Squeaky.
Yeah, Zaroka or Mitch loses an AK. The one digs, they kind of sting a little bit. Oh!
Damn.
Look at this eco round all around, just throwing it up. You have to Drone here to clean it up, but no, Vice taking out Drone, and now it's a 1-on-4 in favor of Team Rogue, showing that they're the pistol masters.
Oh, yeah. 1v3, couple of grenades, toss a grenade, no one peeks, no flash isn't good. Molly comes out. Bomb in a pretty good spot, trying to edge his way out. Oh, and Vice with the headshots and stays alive. Pretty good stuff. And just as James called it, for 2 rounds in, lobby crunch.
Oh, he's so smart. Smarter than he looks.
Oh
yeah, it was good time by Rogue. They kept peeking, or they peeked when
it's funny, they shot the hole in the door that got used against them.
They got burned by their own trick.
That's right. Taste their own medicine.
Yeah, that's cost medicine.
Buckley's. Right down the throat.
Right down. See, now it kind of forces Splyce to kind of rebuy up for Spy pistols.
Yeah.
0 Tech 9s.
0 Tech 9s, yeah. And I mean, T-side a little bit more favorable. When you lose the first round, you know that they're not going to be buying up a lot. Hiko, infamously known for using an auto shotty and upper, might use it for every round this half because he is very good with it.
I think I remember one time watching, I forgot what LAN tournament, but he tried auto shotty every round.
Yep.
I think it was on Team Liquid at the time. Team Liquid Optic, and they were just like, he just kept getting ran over.
Oh, he kept getting ran over, okay. Oh, there's that first kill. Second one misses a little bit. Zephys takes advantage of them. Great flashes. Both players completely blind upstairs, no problem, but rotates come in. Easy flank. And even though he only gets 1, they only lose that auto shotty. He goes like, someone pick that up for me.
Nope, he's going to buy himself another auto shotty, so no picking up there because obviously Splyce, usually if you lose an eco or after the first eco, you force buy the second round.
Yeah. It's that was an opportunity, and they really did at least want to plant. Now there's a lot of upsides and downsides to the noob tube, but one thing is for certain, it gives you a ton of money if you get kills, so that's a big deal on CT side, and might help them out. Shinobi looking for that spray, gets dinked instantly, taken down by pretty much just Glocks. One player in heaven gonna fall off, that's Vice. And Uber here to support from that lower position. They've recovered an AK. Roka's very low, however. And Hiko pretty much suppressing fire on players crossing.
As you can see here, Splyce does have control of the pretty much outside garage area and close to under heaven.
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, 250.
Hate to see it.
You hate to see it. And now Splyce, Rogue is real low on HP. So Rogue has a pretty good idea that Rogue is outside. Probably not too sure on where Davey is. Davey's going to try to lurk in the entrance to upper while Roka's going to flank from the heaven, but gets shot out by Vice. Too smart for Roka. And now Davey's in a weird spot where, I guess at this point, trying to get as many kills as possible if you're going to lose a round.
I have to say, that's one of the ugliest AKs that I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. I don't know, it's like the colors, one of the worst stickers.
It's like puke green.
Puke green, and it's even like well worn. Just like straight out the swamp.
Oh, the swamp man. Davey would seem like a swamp man.
The swamp man pirate.
He's gonna be noodling, you know?
He's gonna be noodling.
You know, you
gotta stay afloat in the swamp.
You pretty much pissed a hole in the river, and the catfish is supposed to grab onto it. And then you pull it out, you got a catfish on your arm.
I feel like you've done this before.
I watched the Discovery Channel.
So that's why you have the hunting glasses.
You know, I needed to see.
Oh, nice pick off from Whitmer. And for those who don't know, definitely just spam through the smoke as he recognized that players were crossing. But a very important first kill. Molly probably not so useful considering he already peeked it and just pushes him out for a little bit longer. Inside control, or lower control I should say, They start to be taken. The bomb goes down. Uber is sitting tight. They might run backwards into him. Since he hasn't peeked or made any noise, he's got a pretty good spot here. But they've got everything else under control, which is the big problem. Uber's got to make a play, and he's not being offered up anyone for free. Pretty much a matter of luck, but yeah, I mean, his spot becomes less valuable. He's not even catching anyone off guard now. Davey just happens to be covering him crossing in, and Uber just trying to sit pretty as his teammates try to get something going. Finally, Vent's control is taken by Hiko as he drops down and man modes this shit. Man.
No, you're right. That's exactly what's happening right now. And you know what's amazing to me? Is somehow Rogue managed to do 5 one-on-ones.
Yeah.
How is that possible? Like, you have 5 people live and you all choose one-on-one angles. It's kind of mind-blowing to me.
It's tough because if you're Uber, do you say to your team, like, you're try to get something going because I'm going to sit here so that I can push out when you guys are closer, or do you make the play initially and try to bait some attention towards yourself? It's a tough spot to be in. You don't want to blow the round for your whole team, but you do want to make a play.
It's true.
And Splyce didn't give him any opportunities. Sometimes CTs will walk backwards into his spot, but no one did, and that's just a...
And I don't think the play by Uber's too bad. It's just the rest of his teammates. He had one guy Vents, one guy Ramp, Hiko late Vents, I believe. It's just too many one-on-ones. Like, to slow it down, have the 2 people or the other 4 people somehow group up and just peek stuff together.
Yeah.
Peek stuff together. Hold each other's hands.
Hold each other's buddy system, boys.
Buddy system. Buddy.
Magic school bus. If you want to make this. Oh, wow. He flicked down too hard. It was like, wow. Even from above his head, it was right to his foot. Oh, I think there was a reload in there that wasn't heard. However, Hiko trades. Either way, 2 players from Rogue left. Inner gets taken one more time, compromised easily by the terrorists. Big problem for Rogue. Mentally, they've noted now that, like, you know, our Inner's weak. Splyce are like, we have this in our back pocket. We don't necessarily use it next round, but we know that Rogue are going to be weak to the spot, or maybe going to over-rotate to it. A lot of opportunities there, right?
Yeah, I think Rogue should try doing, maybe setting someone to lower to stairs, and then have a guy outside, like Heaven or CT Spawn, kind of bait them into the stairs.
Yeah.
We already seen that Splyce is kind of capable of doing a smoke execute outside, and maybe that'll help your teammates stay alive a little bit better. Maybe position themselves to where if they take upper, the guy outside stairs can flank, or if they go to the stairs lower, you could fall back and already be in position and take over one of the doors.
Yeah.
Either Toxic Door or Ho Door, New Door, whatever. I call it Ho Door, the new door in lore. And so have a CT just camped in one of those 2 areas, so it gives some footing for the CTs to regroup and attack.
We definitely see players like Cold Zero like abusing the stairs, making sure no one can even get down lower. Davey obviously watching this position to watch for some kind of adjustment like that, and it is a tough angle to work with. Rogue don't seem keen on playing it, and yeah, there's multiple plays to watch outside. They don't actually involve being outside sometimes. However, Whitmer taking a more proactive approach and putting his person out here. Kind of an interesting angle. You wouldn't expect to look down from these stairs. Maybe has gotten success from here in the past. And Roko, will he shut down ramp by himself? No, Uber does trade, tries to fall back, realizes that there will be a trade from Splyce on his hands to deal with, but it's a 4-on-3 now. The ramp push is no good. Hiko has gotten very aggressive, however, inside of the hut. Still an opportunity to make a play. Will he be given it, however? Nate goes in, Semphis falling out, making some noise. I don't know if he, yeah, it seems like he's still aware of this threat, and now finally are starting to commit. Everybody actually going into heaven. Davey, will he get caught off? Where is Whitmer? Oh, Whitmer actually died.
Dead.
Sure.
He dead.
And yeah, very difficult job on their hands. They're taking their time here. Going up top, Hiko realizing that there is a threat. Good crosshair placement. Sees 3, finds 1 headshot. But now it's just Vice, 1-on-3.
Just trying to be quiet. Oh, made the jump. All right, so they don't hear that. You can catch Davey off. Oh, that's a nice flick by Butt.
Oh, money
shots all
grenade.
day, like just clicking and hitting.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. No. I think he did take a step. Davey was totally ready for it. Vice still blasted him.
So who's this guy? This guy's ridiculous. He's been pretty much entry killing, getting kills, and one of the reasons why Rogue was doing so well last map is Vice was getting entry kills.
It's a mortality player from back in the day. Paul Whitmer, Vice, Sick.
So wait, these guys been on a team and they don't have any teamwork? Is that what you're saying? That's
Laying
just
down an absolute heater of a line.
I'm sorry.
Whew.
That hurts. That hurts me just watching.
Well, we've got an open player in E-League now, Kogu.
Oh, but you know what?
Played 5 seasons of CS:GO.
Come from a professional background, so
That's
he
true.
knows what's up.
That's
all right,
true. Tried and true.
You could put him in a system, and he'll perform it to a T.
Okay. So old heads respect for old heads. That's what we're witnessing.
We were cerebral players back then. We played teamwork. You couldn't win if you didn't have teamwork back then.
Right.
So and then won some tournaments and games against notable teams.
Right. Not like these mushy brain kids of today, right?
No comment on that.
Eat too much General Mills.
Too much cornflakes with that steroided milk. It's mess with your brain.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. Inside. Oh, this is no. Okay, it's not getting weird. It looked promising. It was an eco round that was going the way of Splyce. Rogue got a couple kills, but Splyce ends up on top. 3 players alive. Lots of money to rebuy. Great position to be in, and constantly on the back foot are Rogue on CT side. And you know, Nuke is a map where it just takes a ton of money to win a round. It takes a ton of money, right?
A ton of money or a ton of coordination, one or the other.
It's like one of those. It's like one of those maps that or that. It's one of those maps where you could never have too many Molotovs, right?
Yeah. I know I've been harping a lot about positioning and teamwork, but you know, you watch a demo like Get Right Outside, who's just playing a lot. I'm pretty sure it's Get Right. But you know, you see a pro player playing by himself. Well, the reason they let him do that because he gets 2 kills every time he does it. Or
right.
You know, he could fall back and make it into a bait trap. If you're not hitting your shots, you know, you shouldn't be playing such individual spots as you see Rogue doing the last 2 maps.
Already, Vice winning another duel. Seems like the tail of the tape for Rogue, but as the tail of the tape follows, Vice goes down, and their hopes are in jeopardy. Davey outside with the MAC-10, and that's all he loses. Were they anticipating an eco round here? Because they're completely wrong. It's actually a full buy from Rogue, but an upper take as well that's going quite successfully in spite of having that MAC-10 drone. What a shot into heaven. Face off of Shinobi, and Whitmer goes down. Just Uber alone. Clutch situation once again for the CTs. Tough spot to be in. Recognizes there's a player in speak. He goes ahead and tries to free fire. Good damage dealt. Here's one inside the hut, and wants to get a little bit friskier. However, drone even through the smoke with great crosshair placement. Shoots the face first.
Nice round by drone.
Yeah, that was nuts.
For Splyce to turn that around. Looked like Rogue was probably going to win that round, and look at this timeout here. Probably on Rogue.
Look at this. Spinning all kinds of directions, and I think looks to the side. Here's something. Boom.
That was a good one.
Jeez, what can you do about that? Just gotta walk it off.
Probably pick a different angle.
Probably pick a different angle.
That's a hard angle to hit as a CT looking towards that block. So what you usually want to do is maybe toss a couple flashes or Molotov in that area, because the terrorists have such a huge advantage, in my opinion, because they could duck under the box, peek right away, shoot, duck under the box, while you're kind of exposed from heaven. Yeah. And it takes longer for you to, I guess, fall back.
That is interesting, because it definitely, we always talk about the kind of high ground advantage, the high-low advantage, but in that situation, it does feel very, very dangerous to peek over that as a CT. A lot more of an angle, or just simply another good angle for the T's to work with that box, as you're saying. So
yeah, because there's so many spots like in the bomb site. Like if you're planting the bomb behind the silo or the bomb site, you're covered already by the silo. Like it's covering your entrance, covering your hut, covering your squeaky door. So you can focus on upper, and it's really hard for the upper guy to peek at the silo. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that angle, the terrorist person will always see the high person first. Yeah. For some reason, usually it's not like that, but
I think it's with anything that if you're closer to the texture than the guy on the other side, then they'll see you first. So if they're standing far away from your angle, they'll always see your body before you see them.
It's weird. Source code.
Players understand that. That's just a part of the game, you know. You don't
And adjust. You gotta play around.
Gotta adapt. You gotta be the chameleon.
It's gotta be in someone else's skin, you know.
Right. Just gotta wear their skin.
To wear their skin.
Just gotta put it on.
Put the lotion on the skin.
Deal with the smell. You know, you just gotta wear it.
That's why you can put a lot of lotion.
Right.
Stretch
Lather it up.
You know, smooth.
Stretch. Whoa. Hiko with a Nova this time. Doesn't matter what kind of shotgun it is. He'll find a kill. Davey gets killed, and he's been the scout man on T side, it seems like, and this time just was playing it kind of passively and just immediately gets destroyed. Oh, Drone having an enemy to deal with is down to 1 HP. Shinobi, great damage dealt down to half, but in a great spot. Just finished off by Whitmer on his way out. Mitch, with the crazy spray, is able to open up ramp.
Nice play for Mitch to take over the ramp, and especially in the situation right there. You see Rogue is trying to rotate back lower, but we do have Shinobi and Vice with really low HP. Shinobi taking a shot at Semphis, shooting him up a little bit, but not hitting any shot here. And now Shinobi's in a very awkward situation where he needs to get a kill.
Yeah, and they've got CTs here that they don't want to deal with for some reason. Rogue actually just closing the door, and Mitch taking matters into his own hands. I kind of like this because they were kind of letting a lot of choke points fill up with CTs, which means escorts for other teammates to come in, and could have potentially gotten crunched. There's Mitch doing yet another kill, and Whitmer kind of rotating in, opening up the round. Semphis, quick adjustment to the right side of the door when not seeing an opponent on the left. Gets a kill. Mitch the hero of the round though, 4 kills. And Rogue are back on a full buy.
Yes, they are, and they're going to spend everything. We'll see one op come out. We'll see where Whitmer is probably going to op outside. We see him play outside for most of the game, but you never know. You could always put that ramp or op and ramp, and then stack towards upper outside kind of setup. Maybe take inside. This map is really nice if you know the smokes and flashes for the retake as a CT, because you could easily retake upper through some coordinated flash and smokes. But
yeah, another reason why this map is hard is because both bomb sites are really difficult to retake, depending on the numbers. Some instant pressure upper. The flashes come out. Everybody going to be pouring out of hut. Vice is going to have a big job on his hands, but him and Hiko combine for 2. He is still alive as well, meaning they've got the man advantage. Can he find a third frag? Mitch goes down after turning around and not respecting the smoke. Instead, however, Davey trades out Hiko. 2v3 situation. Semphis knows that there was a man spamming. Whitmer finds the better of him with a more acute angle, and Davey, with a couple of opponents, sticks his gun barrel out the window, spotted by Shinobi, headshotted, and Rogue cleaned it up nicely. Good upper hold. What was that? What was that? Mitch turning around to spam when they weren't done with the upper players.
And I kind of just, it's like, someone's going to flick around and shoot in the smoke, because why not? Why focus on someone right in front of me?
Right.
But it was. I'm glad that I saw Rogue with a better setup, like a bait kind of setup upper. I think it was Hiko and Vice, was it?
Hiko and Vice? Yeah, Hiko and Vice upper, yeah. Hiko gets the first kill, Hiko gets the second.
So, they used each other, they baited each other, which is great. That's what you got to do in a lot of positions on almost every map. Have these kind of bait setups to where don't focus your entire game plan on individual peaks.
Yeah.
And one-on-ones all the time. You have some of that, this is a dab will do ya.
A dab will do ya. Is that a Midwest saying?
No, that's a ceramics thing. So I did some ceramics in college.
Oh my gosh.
Which is making pottery.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know.
Right.
And
slinging pot.
So slinging pot, and there's a little dabs in class where there's a stuff called slip, which is kind of connects the clay together. It's like water with clay. And she goes, a dab will do ya.
A dab will do ya.
If you do too much, it gets too wet and it just slides around and it feels all wonky.
Right, one situation. But that's not where you want.
That's not what you want.
The counter boost comes out. Oh man, Davey's mad. And they give it up. Will Drone be able to bully them? He does, yeah. After that information is gathered, 3 players that close to push. He does take advantage of it. Shinobi walking through the smoke. 2v2 situation, and yeah. Oh, Shinobi, maybe get in there a little bit too early. But Whitmer has been reliable. However, Mitch finds a better angle than him, expects to rotate into ramp. Great play by Mitch. And now Uber alone downstairs, but they've already scouted out. the site on top of him.
He
Uber
chose
knows too.
poorly.
Chose poor. Is it a 50-50? He chose poorly. Was he called to rotate? Things we'll never know.
Not on the voice chat and how the round unfolded. It looked like they might have tried to go downstairs, but they decided to give them a real run around.
Right.
And go back to upper.
Yeah, always good. It seems like a mid-round adjustment for sure, and maybe this round isn't quite over for Uber, even though it seems like it, and here he is to go save. But yeah, like, they started out the round with an outer take, and it looks like, oh, they're going to go bully inner again. So obviously, I think they realized that if there's one player alive and we've killed everyone upstairs or outside, that they probably thought we were going to continue with an inner play. We haven't gone there yet. Maybe he's still there. But taking this gun into the next round is Uber. Round 13. Splyce with a good amount of money, not too far from saving. This is kind of an awkward situation because they make a cool play here. They kill Davey, but after these flashes go out, it's kind of unfortunate timing, and Drone is just too sick with it. Like, this kills him straight up, but it's not like they were planning to have to deal with that boost. It just ended up making sense at that moment.
So, like, this map's a little weird sometimes. I feel like if you're pretty coordinated at CT, it could be a very heavily CT-side map, even with the changes and whatnot. But if you don't kind of have scenarios, like if they rush outside, we need to rotate here immediately, you know, that kind of gameplay, this map becomes super T-side, as you see, is Rogue's slow on the rotations. They're kind of getting caught off guard in a lot of angles that they're holding. And so it kind of shows that Rogue, they still need to go over every scenario. And Hiko taking out Drone, but Sempis exchanging the kill. That was a 2-on-1.
Ooh.
Favorite Splyce.
Yeah, that was a sick pre-fire attempt, realizing that someone was going to be watching him. Oh, Whitmer going to jump out right away. Oh, first kill. Wow, that was close. Damn, Sempis. If he didn't get off that bomb, that could have got hairy. I like it, though.
Yeah.
Getting out there right away, the 1v2. You let the bomb go down, because if one person plants the bomb,
he heard the plant.
He heard the plant. You know that one person at least has their hands busy. You know exactly where they are because of that noise.
That's what you got to do in that kind of situation. 1-on-2, try to attack and kill the teammate. That's either the planner or not, depending on your position. And then you can able to turn to a 1-on-1.
And that's when it gets very scary for a terrorist with no bomb plant. So, and Whitmer again has been getting kills outside, sometimes just spamming through the smoke. Oh wow, Sempis completely unaware that he might be there, and Davey, after shooting at him, wasn't enough notice. Vice finds a couple of nice kills. I think he might have been upstairs in mini, but either way, moving into the second last round, Splyce are down to 2 people. And oh, off the corner of the smoke, Hiko says no problem, sprays away. And now is when Rogue start getting very aggressive. With bomb controller, not worried about this. Uber and Sempis both die, and they've got another round left. Rogue also don't have a lot of money, so you know, maybe force him to potentially take a site, or. But even Shinobi's still looking for this fight, and I don't know. Is it going to give him another peek? He does. That seems just incredibly risky to me. I don't see why they aren't taking their economy and their hopes of the rounds more seriously. Opportunities here for Davey to pull this out, and 30 seconds remain. So it's understood that the bomb has to be retaken from here. Vice finds a good angle on top of Hut, and that was kind of the best spot to be in.
Yeah.
Pretty much did not need to give him that
Kind
kill.
of have to expect people to be in top of the HUD area, and almost every time you take upper, just expect first to be in top of the HUD. It's such a common spot.
It's a common spot. It's such a good angle. You always see feet first.
You see their feet, just spam them. But again, that was a risky play by Rogue. Shinobi just kept re-peeking over and over, and all it takes is one bullet to hit that head, and you know, you guys went from a 4-on-1 to a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Almost a 1-on-1. You know, it was so close, but. Be a little careful on that.
It was so close, and it was expensive. They don't have all the utility they want. Oh, with that double peek, Whitmer doesn't fall for it, doesn't shoot too early, finds an initial shot, looks for the no-scope, grabs it. No problem. And that's all she wrote. Drone left alive. Last man standing with an op as well. And this is a situation where you like get to op for your team. You're like, I get to show them that I can op. You know,
1-on-4.
You want to op, but you know you don't get to do it unless it's a clutch situation. There's his opportunity. You know?
And then they're on on the voice back then. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, that was it. 9-6 half, fairly dominant for Splyce, considering it is T side as we look at some of the highlights. But don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back with the second half.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
We have thought about it very hard, taken notes, we've deliberated.
Taking notes, I know.
Yeah, and it all explains the 9-6 half that we just saw. What are the footnotes?
I see a signature play by Team Rogue. You know what I think I'm gonna do? On the first gun round, I'm gonna predict it.
Okay.
They're gonna do outside smokes to lower.
Team Rogue are going to do outside smokes to lower on the first rifle round of the second half.
Yeah, that's my prediction. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got. I don't.
Are they going to win?
Well, depends on their teamwork, really.
Okay.
Their teamwork.
You can only do so much.
Their teamwork has much to be desired, and it's just gotta work on it a little bit.
So the soul almost leave your body.
It's just like just watching. It's like, come on, guys, you guys are pros. You guys are pros, and I feel like I've seen better Premier teams just in teamwork. Maybe not skill, but just the teamwork is just, I don't know what Bilio is.
Truly savage.
I'm sorry. I want to. You know what? If we have to make NACS great again, all right, we have to be true to ourselves. We suck.
You tell them.
We suck as a team. Kind of just teamwork. This sucks in America. Why?
First step is self-awareness.
Is it ego? Is it ego? I think it's ego. A lot of it.
Is it ego? I feel like there's tons of egos everywhere, even in Europe. But
it's true.
Maybe they just set them aside properly.
They probably set it aside a little bit, or at least they're just all their skill makes up for it. I don't know. Maybe they have. I don't know. Just more teamwork. Just don't peek unless you have a buddy system. Right?
Don't peek unless you have a buddy
start
system.
From the fundamentals, please.
Right.
Start slow. Work your way up.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Like, what about Bob?
Let's get it together. Pistol round in the second half, round 16. Roka, instant headshot, 1-2, can't get the third. Uber stops the clip, no problem. 2 kills in response as well. 3v3, ramp control taken. Hiko making his way back. Davey doing a bit of damage, but now knowing that there is a player stuck at the boxes, hasn't proceeded to try to finish him off instead. Is locking him in, being very aggressive here. Interesting. Maybe feels like the best opportunity is just to catch him off guard, find a new angle. But wow, just in the middle of the ramp, Hiko comes back, kills him. Semphis is going to hear this. They rotate up to heaven, and Mitch is also flanking. So upper looks like it's about to be committed to, and Hiko with a very nice USB headshot onto Mitch, rotating in from the hut with Semphis last spotted at ramp. Tough round.
Yeah, it was maybe that was a little too aggressive by Davey. You try to go for that kill and ramp, which I like the initial play, but after like 5 seconds of no kill, it turned into a very dangerous play as Hiko just sideswiped him and shot him in the side of the head. And right now, Uber taking out Memphis. Rogue winning pistol, showing signs of life on the T side.
It's feeding into your prediction as well a little bit. They got the pistol round, so that means they're going to have the first rifle round.
Gonna go outside.
It's all coming together.
Nostradamus right here.
But they have to survive the eco to bears.
Oh, the eco.
You forgot this is NA-EPL.
You're right.
Ooh.
I forgot about the eco round. Let's see. What do you think? Oh, so a technical for Rogue. They have a microphone issue. So maybe they
good cover.
Maybe they're getting free time out of this. You know.
So
Oops,
conspiratorial to bears.
I kicked my keyboard out, guys. Give me 5 minutes.
My keyboard broke on my teammate's head.
The frustration is kicking in. You know what?
No idle zone.
I don't know.
There's no relaxing.
No idle zone. Where are they? I mean, it is a small street. It's like a one-way. There's fences. So those are anti-tank bars right there.
This just feels like the back streets of Chinatown.
Yeah, I've never been there. Oh, no.
You've never been to Chinatown?
Well, you mean a generic Chinatown, or actually?
All Chinatowns have these back streets.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to some.
You've been to some.
I've been in the,
yeah. You've been in on the
back
Mahjong.
You know.
Mahjong games.
I do like Mahjong.
Oh yeah.
I like to play that computer.
I bet they know you in Chinatown.
Hey, you know, I like to brag.
Ramp control taken. Completely wide open.
Okay.
Easy. Welcome for the pickings. Rotates are gonna come in, but this is an easy plan. They know what's up. This is a free site. They realize it. Oh! Oh wow! Just after the bomb goes down, closing the door too. Nice and slick. Davey getting a whole clip off and not taking too much damage off the corner of the smoke. Mitch doing work, being very proactive. Davey also finishing his kill on Uber. They have to survive the eco round. They're not going to do it. Roka getting a kill as well. CZ's in hand. And head in hands for the Bears. What happened, my man?
It's just like you get a CZ and you get 2 kills at least, right? Is that how it works in this game? Like, you don't have to just aim near the head area,
yeah,
and you're going to get some headshots, apparently. Yeah. That's just how it is. I mean, I just want to watch the replay. Okay, nice smoke kill right there. And they botched the smoke and window, and it allowed Mitch to get an extra kill through the smoke.
And no one has a lineup for that, to be fair. No one's got a lineup for the window smoke on inner.
See, that's the NA mentality.
NA mentality.
No one has it. You know what? Watch SK. Watch some of the.
I don't think they don't even. I don't think they have it either. But maybe they don't smoke it.
Maybe then. Yeah, maybe they just go gun out.
It's just too close.
Whip it out. See, maybe toss your smokes by the doors.
Yeah.
And then peek the window, like flash peek window. I don't know.
Definitely the worst part is that it looked good.
It looked good.
It looked good.
Wasn't.
It wasn't though. That's the point. And ultimately they lose the round. And it, it wasn't even just that. It was Roka got a CZ kill. Davey won his stool at ramp.
It was all around.
Too many easy one-on-one. Splyce again stealing back the momentum in the second half after having a strong start.
As you see here, Force the Rogue have to say Splyce though. I don't know if he's the only one that bought on the team. Maybe a little tilt buy. Maybe we'll see the money here. I don't know what the money situation is.
After getting eco, maybe Hiko last round only had an SMG, so had extra money moving into this. Yeah, so he might have just been evening out.
Yeah.
Interesting to see the AK die last, however. I think on those rounds, because you get 2 entries, you can win the round. But here they split up in a default, and Hiko dies last. So it's like, what is the value of him having that gun?
Yeah, I would say have him go like 2nd or 3rd in line.
Yeah.
You know, just have 2 meat shields.
Information.
Just get kills. Even if you don't win the round, if you get 3 to 4 kills, it's a huge plus. If more expensive as a CT side, you know, and winning that eco Splyce can have a big bankroll.
Oh, it looks like the initial thought to go fast upper, but the counter Molotovs because of the team that is way more well endowed. Tons of money left to buy those Molotovs. The flash is actually botched, but so is a spray, and that allows for 2 entries upper. However, it doesn't matter. The bleeding has been bleeding has been hemorrhaged, and Splyce are up to 12.
All right, first gun round. Let's see.
First gun round.
Let's see if my prediction.
Smokes outer. Plant inner.
In-game leader, the Bears, calling out first. Well, Rogue's going to go outside, guys. Just watch, okay?
Okay.
Watch. It's downstairs.
Who are you doing in a person?
I don't. Some in-game leader out there. Who knows? Who knows who it is? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Are they doing it?
They have 2 people outside.
There's 2 people outside. They haven't done anything quite yet. They're definitely set up, but they love their defaults. We know that. There's still an opportunity here for the smokes outside. Drone, however, is looking to throw a wrench in this plan, like right in this plan. Is Drone's AK sticking out? Whitmer crossing wide. Is he going to clear this angle? It looks like no. Oh, comes right under the crosshair of Drone. And for once in his life, we see Drone with maybe not the best crosshair placement, actually.
Yeah, right there is. After the kill, not much movement on both teams. Everyone's just holding it down, trying to take it slow here. And this is the VP smoke. But this is going to block right in CT upper, like entrance to mini. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it's either that one or the one in front of Hut. It's one of those 2. All right, that's my. It's one of those 2.
Oh, Whitmer finding another kill outside. Davey tries to retake it. No good. That smoke goes in. Looks like an upper hit, but there's still 2 players here. One right in front of Hut. Interesting that they might continue with this, considering they got their kills outside, but it looks like they aren't. They're actually moving their way. Oh my gosh, Semphis just a little bit too late. But with the, oh, wow, nice shot from Vice. Almost definitely a pre-fire, completely. Wow, shoots him. That was nuts.
Shabby Mitch does get a kill on Whitmer. Still a 2-on-4 in favor of Rogue. Gonna get the bomb down here any second. Pico just playing the bomb, and now Mitch is in Hodor area. Pico fakes the open. He gives away his position. Now they know where Mitch is.
Yeah.
And Rogue is at the ramp, so they have to try to pinch someone here in the vents.
Shinobi in a critical position. And once that kill comes out, activates him to go and get a little bit more aggressive in the 4-on-1. Rogue put it together. And, you know, you want to say if Semphis had just held that angle, someone would have walked into his crosshair. If he had thrown that Molotov earlier, they wouldn't have come through it or taken damage. But in that situation where it was kind of the worst of both worlds, threw the Molotov but a little bit too late, just got punished.
So why do I get half a point? I mean, we did see smoke and a person go outside.
Whitmer won the round outside, technically,
yeah, technically,
with those 2 opening kills for sure.
I get half credit.
Half credit. Half sticker credit. Star.
I get the
blue star.
I don't even know. I get a smiley face. So
smiley face, yeah.
No stars. Okay, they're going to do the old trick that.
Oh wow.
That Rogue did to them.
Man, this time it works out a lot better, however.
It looked way better on Splyce's side than did Rogue.
Oh,
just show that they had teammates to cover them. All right, so that's the big difference. They had a 3rd person helping them out.
That was actually an insane hold. They had all 3. They lose 1 player. Davies low, Uber's alone, and Rogue are going to have to save after this, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be definitely. If you're a tire,
yeah,
they just
maybe.
got deflated.
They've got 2 players.
They just got deflated. They're gone.
They just ran over a spike trap.
That's right, and that spike is Davey. He is. I bet you he's the type of guy that wears those spike shoulder pads. Those mosh pits.
Yeah.
You know he's that kind of guy.
It's just the rock star pirate.
His favorite band is the Misfits.
Misfits, yeah.
Not the team.
Not the team, no. The actual Misfits. Maybe see Davey at a Korn concert.
I could see that, yes.
Absolutely. With a bandana and an eye patch.
Ooh, a little pirate. Little
cosplay.
Yeah, I like that. little cosplay at the Korn concert. I'll bet you he plays 2 basses at once.
He plays 2 basses at once?
Yeah, two guitar basses, you know?
That is metal as hell.
He uses fingers and his tongue. It's weird, you know? But he makes it work. He's crazy.
He's got like one of the split tongues. Has anyone ever actually looked at his tongue? Who knows?
I don't know. I don't think I want to imagine that right now.
This is a critical like force buy on this round. Vice has made his way into lower. They love doing this. It looks like they're going to bust Squeaky as well, and Vice can potentially catch a rotate. Actually, they're busting an upper. Whitmer goes down immediately. Great spot from Davey, but Hiko waits patiently and kills him. Drone falling up, or actually coming back upper. I think notice that someone maybe made their way in, but the bomb is planted. Retake situation, everybody in. Pretty good after plant spots, I want to say. Semphis holding for any extraneous rotate. Roka flashing himself in and pushes away into Squeaky. Clears that out, no problem. Hut goes down. Shinobi in a great position to spray down 2. Does get those kills. Now it's just Semphis. Alone in the 1-on-2 once again. And will he make his way out? Khalil and a flash and a dream spots a foot. They realize, however, oh, Uber, wow. Takes that peek anyway.
Interesting round right there. Shinobi coming up big. A little quiet from Shinobi, but hey, if you get 3 kills, win a round, you know, make up for it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm surprised the upper bus ended up working after they lose that first player. Yeah, there's the dink. Obviously, for some reason, Shinobi's looking up. Oh, I guess expecting to go top HUD off those boxes or something. Tripper was communicated. Uber tossing a smoke outside. Will they be crossing off of this? The smokes are kind of strange. That can't be hit properly.
Some strange for a piece of change, and look at that drone taking out by.
Oh my God, it might happen. There's 2 kills, 3v3. Much better position. In the last eco round, we saw Splyce get 2 right off the bat. So 3v3 with inner control, you'd expect them to be able to win this, but Drone's got a gun. Oh, and he's pissed.
Drone's in a very nice spot. He does kill one of them, and now Rogue looking very much in trouble. They do have.
Oh my gosh, he can't even plant
HP.
really safely. Mitch. Oh, wow, it's not committing hard enough, and now it's just Uber. Somehow Drone gets killed, JV comes out.
Where's his teammate there? 2-on-3, where's your teammate?
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing?
All right, oh, get mad.
I'm getting
Let him
mad.
know.
I'm getting angry. Look, you gotta teach these people, hey, you know, you do something wrong, can't stop. We have to stop giving these people participation trophies and everything. You know, just you played bad. Go home and cry about it, okay? Go in your pillow, cry it out, do better next time, okay?
Where's the rehabilitation? Is it just that's just what makes you better? You've just gotta.
You have to struggle.
You've gotta take the L, huh?
Yeah, you have to take the L, learn from your mistakes, and struggle. That's how we get better. That's how we better ourselves.
Right.
Whether it's in game or
People or community.
pottery.
Making pottery, fixing those pots. Kintsugi.
Kintsugi, huh?
Yeah, the art of fixing pottery.
Oh yeah, I read about that recently. It's weird. Here we go, Splyce making this look way too easy. Gun around right there? What just happened?
Yeah, just the force up, rush outside, not enough utility to help them escort themselves out, and they get melted. So the spot
No
in
smokes,
upper.
no nothing, just peeking one by one. Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Full YOLO, my friend. It's tough because if you don't have nades, you want to go outside, you can kind of default outside, and there weren't actually any ops to stop them, so maybe those trades could go differently.
Peek all at once. How about that? How about 3 AKs with one angle? That's crazy. I know, but it works.
So let's not get too crazy. Expectation is extremely high from the Bears. Semphis gonna have another friend, CZ, and ends it. Yep, 1 player left. Just Uber off the corner of the smoke and gets killed. That's it. As Rogue putter to a halt, Splyce, and their misery.
And my misery.
And your misery. Damn, 6 people.
Ooh. You know, I have to be a little harsh. I have to be harsh.
Yeah.
Because we've been down here way too low.
Right.
Way too long we've been down here.
Right.
If I have to push you guys up by yelling, making a fool of myself, whatever it takes, NACS has to get better.
Okay.
And this is not it.
I support
that
the
was not
mission.
it.
Where do I donate?
Where do you donate? Well,
What's your
you
pay-
could
what's
go
your
to
PayPal?
doobie-doobie-doobie-dop.
Okay, but for move forward, doobie-doobie-doobie-dop, got our analyst to take us through that match.
All right, thank you very much, Launders. Once again, I'm here with James IRLs. We did indeed see that match closed out in Splyce's favor. So your prediction not necessarily accurate, but as we saw over there, the Bears seems unsatisfied with the result of the match regardless.
I'm dead.
Well, let's bring it back down to earth here and talk about this matchup a little bit.
All right. So the prediction did not go as I had thought, but there are some interesting rounds. So there was some interesting CS played. There was a default by Splyce that I had not seen before that worked out pretty well. So there was that. That was a nice little glimmer of hope for NACS for Eric. But there was like that match could have gone in Rogue's favor when they won the 14th round, the second to last round on the first half that Splyce gifted to them, and I think I'm going to show a replay of that. And then basically they finished the half 6-9, right? It could have been an 11-4 half, but they finished at 6-9.
Well, we do have a replay of that round in round 14, so let's jump in and take a look at it.
Okay, so round 14, Splyce is like, let's just rush outside without any utility. You know, they have bad guns or whatever. Let's just like, you know, just take outside with nothing, right? And not really eradicate any risks by holding each other's angles or throwing nades. And Whitmer and Vice combine for 3 early kills, and then it goes to a 1v4 and they lose the round, and then Rogue takes the next round and makes it 9-6. And it's like, why does that ever need to happen, right? Like, why do we need to lose? It's almost like we've been focusing so much. We have a good half up until this point, right? Like, we're just going to own them this round, so let's, like, just do something really lazy, right? Like, it's almost like that thought of, like, we're chilling, like, let's just rush outside. Like, hey, like, just don't do that. Like, make the game 11-4 on the first half, which it should have been because they were forced behind the last 2 rounds, and just play like a smart, like, use it as practice almost, right? Like, use those rounds that you should win as practice, right? To see if you have the teamwork.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, Rogue even goes on to win the pistol round going into the next half, but then the same thing that happened back in the last map happens too, where they drop the second round, they get traded out immediately afterwards, so they threw away a great chance to kind of take the lead away. Yeah,
it was kind of scary. It's like, wow, Rogue wins the pistol, and then luckily for Splyce, that they get the pocket AK-47s and the 5 CZs, and they somehow win that next round.
Yeah,
and I think we have a replay of one of those rounds, maybe that. The botched smoke on window that DeBears was talking about. I think that's round number
9, I believe, as we have it for you right here. There you go.
No, so this is a different one. This is the good default I was talking about with Splyce. So Mitch actually gets killed by Vice through the smoke here. I don't think we get to see it from the point of view, but you can kind of tell because we saw Vice drop down the vent and Mitch was in the squeaky room, right? So he gets killed. So Mitch feeds that information. Semphis feeds this information, right? So he knows one secret. And then we see Davey lurking outside of the MAC-10 because he gets the trade kill on Device. So they know that there's only 2 upper tops, right? Maximum, right? Because they know there's somebody ramp and they know there's somebody secret. And then they find that guy, right? So now they know there's, where everybody is. So then they decide to go upper. It's very methodical. And then Roka throws this banger flash, which allows Drone to get the double headshots here, right? So Drone, right? He hears the bullets fly past him, and then he just takes Shinobi's head off. So it's a nice methodical default here by Splyce. This is one of those rounds where you can tell everyone's talking to each other. Like, hey, I got this. One's there, one's there. All right, IGL's like, okay, so that information is fed to me, and then we're going to do this, work out Squeaky, and then flash over the top of Silo, and then Drone does work.
Well, that round you were talking about before, I think that was around 21, actually, as we can dive in and take a look at that one now.
Okay, so what was this round? I think this was... No, this was not the botched smoke. Let's see which one this is. I might have given... Okay, this is the outside push. Okay, I wanted to highlight this round because this is why when you're on your terrorist side default, you don't want to hold back too far in the initial part of the default. You need to learn the map's timings so you can take as much ground as early as possible without getting killed or naded, right? So if the T's had, double flashed outside or even 1 flash and 1 nade, and gotten around that first corner with 1 smoke, right? So that's what, like $800 worth of nades to get around that corner and not allow that to happen, and be sure that there's nobody top mini or on the corner of rafters. Like, why would you not do that, right? Like, they're waiting in like outside of T spawn next to lobby until like 1:15 on the clock, right? There's really no reason to do that unless you think they're gonna have 5 nade stack outside. So it's like kind of some, like if I was on that team and I wasn't the IGL, I would just ask critical questions like, why not? Like, I'm not telling the IGL they're doing something wrong. I would just, why would you not do this, right? And then he'll figure it out for himself why something else should be done.
Yeah. Well, we didn't necessarily get to check out that botched smoke, but maybe you guys can go ahead and find it on the VOD replay, which you can watch. Just change the time here at the view bar right below, as we have that great feature available here on YouTube. And be sure to hit that subscribe button as well, so you can catch up with not only today's matches, but all the matches from the previous weeks, and of course, all of our upcoming streams as well. It's all available right here. Just be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And with that, now we can go back and take a look at today's maps. As we said before, it is a bit of a short day as we had to postpone our second match, and it went 2-0 for Splyce as they took both maps in straightforward fashion.
Yeah, I mean, somewhat predictable. The first map was a little closer. I tried to rationalize and get, influenced by DeBears to go with Rogue on my prediction for the second map, but that was wrong. So kind of things going as usual here. I think kind of like the headline is that some sloppy CS was played, and the reason sloppy CS was played is because there were so many shifts in momentum, right? Like round to round, forced by losses, just kind of weird stuff going on. So
we can take a look at the standings here now as well. You can see there Splyce with their 2 wins. They get to shoot up quite a few positions as they enter the top 10 for the league now. Other than that, everything else is going to remain relatively unchanged, of course.
Yeah, I'm hoping Rogue can find a W soon because, you know, as a lover of all people, I don't want anyone to feel sadness, right? Like, I know how, it must be terrible to be on a team that's 0-8, so hopefully Wrath can get in there and start banging. Not that Whitmer was doing poor. Whitmer did a good job.
And meanwhile, of course, across the pond in Europe, we can see Fnatic is now holding the #1 position. I believe they were holding that towards the end of the week as well. So they sit at a 7-1 record with North and FaZe Clan sitting behind it. And NIP, although they started the season off a little bit behind, they did get to shoot up a bit as well and now sit at position #8.
Yeah, I'm not sure those are updated, though, because I was watching LDLC earlier today against Godsent, and I think they won both. But regardless, you know, that's actually really cool to see Fnatic at the top. And then, obviously, you know, household favorite Ninjas in Pajamas. Everyone likes to see them climbing in the ranks, right? They kind of got the household names. Everyone loves them. I think kind of dark horse for EU is Heroic. They've kind of been on the downturn the last few weeks, but I always like to watch that team. They always have some cool ideas.
Well, moving into tomorrow's matches, of course, we are going to be seeing Rogue play once again. They'll be taking on Ghost Gaming in that matchup tomorrow, and the same can be set for Splyce, as we'll be seeing them take on the Misfits, who've been surprising so far this season. We talked a little bit about it earlier. They currently sit in the #3 position in the league, so high hopes for them, excuse me, to be able to take both of those maps.
Yeah, these are actually really cool matchups in terms of storylines, right? Because Rogue and Ghost are the ones that kind of had like the Wardell saga going on, right? So, you know, I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I don't want to waste all my ammo right now talking about it. And then Splyce and Misfits, from my point of view, I think this is a proving ground match, right? So if Misfits is going to live up to the hype that I've kind of like built around them, they should take both of the maps. I don't care about the score here because Splyce is a pretty solid team, right? I'm more looking at like how they win their rounds, right? Because the score can kind of get inflated in both directions. But it's also a proving ground match for Splyce, right? If Splyce are like a real team, they should at least take one map or push them to the brink. So these are both really cool matches to watch, in my opinion.
All right, well, that's going to be coming to you guys tomorrow, but that does it for us here today. We hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, and we'll see you tomorrow for more action right here for the North American ESL Pro League.